Hey, this is Vu, and today I'm going to take a look at playing aggressive B on Mirage. Now, this is something you can either run as a single round strategy with a teammate, and I'll show you how to do that, or you can run this as a general idea of how you like to play B. If you're a player that gets bored towards B, this is something you can do, and I would also really recommend this for pugs and matchmaking, as oftentimes you're trying to get impact on every round, and playing aggressively towards B like this will get you a lot of map information when your opponents aren't going towards your bomb site, and oftentimes you can isolate someone solo trying to work towards B. So the first thing I'll show you is the actual strategy here that you can do a couple times a half, even if you're playing aggressive, that I've seen Astralis do quite a few times as well. So the first thing you want to do is come to this corner, aim at this little thing here, and jump throw. This will work without a jump throw bind. This will work on 128 or 64 tick, doesn't matter. That's going to land back here. Now, this is something you probably want to be running with a teammate, as you can have one teammate throw the smoke, and he can either go towards Cat, actually, so you can just have a teammate that you know playing Cat, and he throws that smoke for you, or you can do a double push, which is a little bit more optimal, where he throws that smoke, and you either throw a Molotov from the middle of sight here to molly off the back, or you can throw a Molotov from back here to molly off the back. And the goal here is to aggressively push and isolate anyone that tries to play in this general area here. What happens, the smoke goes off, people don't like to get stuck behind the smoke, so they oftentimes try and get into this kitchen here and sit and wait. If you throw that Molotov and get aggressive with the Molotov, you can throw an easy right click flash and get a free kill on that player very often. And what you're going to do, if you've done it a couple of times or even once, you're going to force that player to play all the way back behind this smoke anytime you throw it. And that's going to allow you to set up in a lot of favorable situations. You can set up with an op waiting for the smoke to go down, you can get pushed up, or you can simply make your opponents uncomfortable and make them waste more time as they try and clear out a bunch of angles that they don't know if you're there or not. So this really gives you a lot of options for the rest of the half. Now, the other ways you can play it aggressive are a little bit more obvious. You can do the op push a couple times a half if you are a comfortable opper or you have an opera on your team that has a spawn, and you can also do a little bit more aggressively of a play as a standard B play. A lot of the time what you're going to see, especially at lower levels or just as a general idea, if someone is playing default standard B, they're probably having their Cat player throw a smoke towards the entrance here, and the B player is going to play towards Van, or he's going to play on balcony, waiting for a flash, waiting for that smoke to go down, controlling it, and then move on from there. However, rather than doing something like that, you can adjust your gameplay to play a little bit more aggressively by doing one of two things. The first one is you can simply toss a Molotov deep and play aggressively with that without the smoke, or more realistically, on a general round, you can come over here and actually just smoke deep. Want to take a little bit more of a step there. You can just come here and smoke deep on your own. So the smoke's going to land a little bit later. It's not going to land as deep, but this is another thing that gives you a lot more positioning advantage, gives you a lot more mobility in B, and gives you the chance to try and play around a little bit more aggressively instead of the standard wait for the smoke to go down, and at that point you really can't do all that much situation. When you play standard B, people can get right up behind this smoke, they can flash through it, they can flash over and catch you, and they can do a lot of different things that makes them comfortable and makes you a little bit uncomfortable. Instead, however, if you're playing inside of here with the smoke deep or at the end, you can have a lot of different situations that end positively for you, or get you information if your opponents aren't going that way. This is the type of thing that will really give you a chance to put pressure on your opponents, not let them work a comfortable pick towards B if that's what they like to do, and it can give you a lot of actual impact in an area of the map that generally is pretty unimpactful. So anyways, thanks for watching, and I hope this helped. So before I ended this, I thought I'd take a quick look at what this actually looks like in action from Astralis against FaZe. So what's going to happen here is Zipnix is going to do the pushing. Dupree's going to throw the smoke for him here. So there's going to be the smoke thrown. Zipnix is going to throw the Molotov early, and then Dupree is going to throw a nade and a flash. So he's going to watch for the push. He's going to come up, naded deep, flash behind it, and Zipnix is going to clear up close. So this is just an example of the exact strategy, the smoke deep, flash, nade, molly setup to get deep control. What you're going to see here is Xyp9x is going to push through the smoke if you watch a little bit longer, and the round's going to get won on the A side of the map, so this is not super relevant. However, this would give him very aggressive control deep into apartments if things had gone a little bit differently, and he would have gotten a lot of information, and if someone was there, he probably would have found a kill as well. So this is the type of single round play you can make if you want to just try and adopt this once in a while as a team. Or, as I said already, you can run this as a general strategy, play this aggressively often, and try and force your opponents back for people that get bored at B on Mirage or want to have some impact in a spot that I think has very little impact in general. So anyways, thanks for watching, and I hope this helped.